Right, we're back, guys. Stream's back. I'm loving this.
That's a classic.
Would you look at that? Rise of the Vincel. Yeah, it's unreal, isn't it?
He's a dangerous man. He'll choke you out without you saying a word.
Smoothie is the Rat King.
All but a joke. 'Twas harmless banter.
Are you kidding me?
What you made of my man?
Oh! Yay! Now the game's starting up. Now the game begins.
Yeah, for Crush, and then I think it's pretty much the same roster.
Yeah. I mean, Mia was insane, but bodies are nice.
Stream look alright? Do we need more bit rateage? Or does it look alright?
Need more bit rate. Up the rates.
Look alright.
G2 2-0 versus Vega. They're winning the major 100%. How crazy would that be? That'd be a fucking storyline.
Couple more bitties.
G2 basically bottom of the barrel, then they just win the major out of nowhere.
I even set up the
Tony
X-ray
Black win
key
it.
for you kids. Look how nice I am.
What did you say, Ben?
I wish I could see Tony Black win it.
Yeah.
Incredible. Why did he name change from Kebakan?
I don't know. It's a stark contrast there. It's not exactly a device to Devi.
He's got an SG now. Let's see how this goes. I think that's the first SG I've seen in a while. And
Stream looking sound.
Yeah.
Stream looking sound.
so look,
Yeah, why does
Looks
the org
fine
look
for
so
me.
fucking cool in Go TV? But it looks like the Gewa from like COD. It's like really long and thin.
That's what I was just talking. It looked like Apex Legends right there with
Yeah.
a fucking nice little 2x hollow on there.
The command I did to bind the X-ray is I just did bind X slot 12, and that worked.
Yeah, so what slot 12 is, I figured it out. My chat helped me. It's health shot. from
Yeah,
your
yeah,
VR
I saw
shit.
that and read it.
That would make sense.
I tried to do it with the actual X-ray.
Oh,
toggle,
Tony, you
but
really
I didn't
can't be missing the Z smoke like that in a major.
Oof. Oh yeah, should we sync? What are you all on?
I'm at 53, 52, 51.
Oh my god, why is
50,
my text so big? I keep counting, I'm on 45.
47, 46, 45, 44,
I'm in.
43.
We're safe.
Oh, you're in there. Oh my god. You're definitely in there.
Don't know why the text to my demo UI is just large, but that'll work.
Oh, when they switch the camera, it's showing the transition. That's why the AUG looks like that, apparently.
Oh, okay.
This is also from my Twitch chat, so it's 100% facts. I'm serious. No, I'm not being ironic here. My
So you
chat is
know it's
actually the
legit.
smartest.
smart shot going.
They will live in shads.
Ooh.
G2 getting a nice little round. That's a nice little bonus round for them too.
Yeah, they kept a lot of SMGs.
Want a little bit more game sound? More game sound? I can do a...
Turn that shit up,
5.
Sam. Fucking bump it,
I should
bro.
just put it to 1. There we go,
Volume
it's
mix
got
100%,
mental.
volume 1. Let's go.
Why is there no 60 FPS? Because shit's hard out here in the UK, but you think I got enough upload for fucking 60 FPS? 720, you're out your motherfucking
Yeah, did you
mind.
not see the face it major? They couldn't even.
Make it
couldn't even
60
get
FPS. Look at these cunts, like, I bet your eyes can't even see 20 FPS. Like, fucking staring at my Twitch chat and screaming.
Yeah, do you
about
even
60
have
FPS.
glasses? Can you even see?
Probably on
60?
68's monitor as well. Just fucking crying about nothing. Why didn't you double your eye speed?
Overclock your eyes, idiot.
To be fair, I did overclock my eyes.
You had the surgery, mate. You had
I
the
laser eye
lasers.
surgery.
Yeah, this fucking guy's actually overclocking his eyes. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's got water cooled eyes, mate. The tears just keeps it nice and cool. He keeps it cool.
That's the thing that did blow my mind, though. Is like the first time I went to a cinema after I got glasses, I realised that films aren't just blurry.
Oh,
because they're on a
mate.
bigger,
I went
screen.
through all of school just taking blindness on the chin, but just literally just guessing what's on the board. Like, if you told me to do something and you didn't say it out loud, I'm just guessing.
There's a speaker resolute, isn't it?
I mean, that's a good way to learn, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't.
wrong with
I'm sure it made my eyes better because as soon as I started wearing glasses, now I'm even more blind with them off. At least before I got used to having to squint and everything, so my eyes just sort of.
yeah, you're like
adapted.
trying to work and use them, yeah. Now your eyes are just lazy pieces
No,
of shit.
mate, no, if I drop my glasses, I could be kidnapped. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Get in the van. All right, I guess.
I don't know where I am.
Nice. No, it's
My
like in the
glasses
van.
on it,
This is a nice limo. Like,
Hey, it's me, your Uber driver. Just a flatbed truck.
G2 should have
just
one
laying in the
Chico
back
here.
of it.
Surely one Chico. Please don't force. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourselves. Alright. It's Chico time.
Wow, is this a new leaf for G2?
To be fair, you've got there's usually you have one guy who just somehow has shit money normally in this sort of situation, but somehow they all have a 2.9 minimum. It's kind of mental.
Yeah, and
Decent
Body actually
finance.
bought. Or no, he saved, right? He
Yeah,
saved.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
said.
says.
Holy
Oh,
mid.
they
This
pre-stacked
is a
him.
weird boost. Yeah.
No, they were getting ready for the Z smoke out early.
To be fair, imagine peeking Z and being like, he's a bit tall. He's fine.
Yeah, because he was crouched, so it didn't actually look like
Yeah,
he was
you couldn't
that
see
like
him.
yeah. But no, they were just setting up for the early fast mid take. Because like on a lot of rounds where when you reset a team or you think like they're gonna be limited on utility, fast mid's kind of like a really nice play.
Yeah.
Because they just don't have much to fight you back with, so you can take that early on the round for free.
Body's just looking for any kind of scrap he can find right now.
And he found one.
Well,
He
he's lost
found-
his head.
Wow, can we get the camera emote in the chat, please? Unbelievable. Who's in here? Is this Prius or is this Russia? I'm gonna tweet at them personally. JR's just farming now. Rotate the AUG. Oh, there you go.
Last one. Somehow still doing some damage on this round. JR's low as well.
Curious to see if Kenny S has like anything. Like when you pop off on a pistol round, I feel like it sets the tone for you for the rest of the game. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens when Kenny gets an op. It sounds so like small, like such a small thing, but
Yeah.
if you pop, I'm telling you, like when you have a good pistol round and you follow up with some nice rounds after that, your confidence is just flowing. So I want to see if Kenny just grabs the op and just fucking goes batshit insane right now.
He's already one of those players who will just peek everything anyway. That's
No,
the
exactly. Yeah.
So he's actually opted to go for the AWP.
Why does it? God
Huh.
damn it!
He
You're a
had money for
telescoper.
AWP glass cannon or even Kevlar actually.
No, he could have had op Kevlar.
AWP,
Yeah.
Kevlar and smoke. Jesus. The new Kenny S apparently.
What
By
the
the way,
fuck? I mean,
while we're here, Rivalry's doing like a Super 6 thing doing the major, so it's free to enter, and if you want to just pick the teams to win, you can just win free money, mate. So if you want to do
I
that,
like free money.
rivalry.gg.
Can I do that as a US resident?
Yeah, you can. Completely free. You can do it from anywhere. All you got to do is sign up, don't have to deposit, submit your ID, and go to rivalry.gg/TDRLS.
I'm gonna have to start plugging G Fuel a lot more if we're gonna be doing this. Hold on a sec.
rivalry.gg/TDRLS. There you go, mate. That's my slice done. Earn my
Yeah, I'll
paycheck.
make sure I get my G Fuel plug for 30% off later. Hold on one sec.
Go for it. Use coupon code fl0m. I assume.
That's true. It's only 1 day left, man. You better get some quick.
Get flommed on.
Get fl0m done. That used to be my alias, actually. You know that for a while. And
Well,
Source.
get flommed.
Yeah, get fl0m done was literally because I was playing as fl0m, then everybody just kept saying it, so I changed my alias for a bit to that. Kenny really embracing the new. I like to identify as a zoomer now. I'm no longer an opper, so I respect the AUG. We can zoom with any weapon, you know.
I just can't get myself to do it. I don't know.
Using an AUG,
Yeah.
it's actually so satisfying to use because of the first bullet accuracy. It's such an incredible feeling using a gun in Counter-Strike that has true first bullet accuracy.
I think it's just because I still use it as if it's like the bullpup from Source. So I
Yeah.
very rarely would zoom in with it, which obviously is the fucking
Yeah.
that's the thing about it. I still use it.
Also, I'm shit in the
Not zooming
game,
in
so
with it,
I
it's still good though.
I rarely
Yeah.
hit a headshot first bullet. I'm more relying on the spray, and the AUG spray just makes me scared, man. Doesn't feel right.
As long as you zoomed in with the spray. it
Ugly
doesn't feel-
stepchild silenced M4, of course, just sitting in the corner waiting to be used one day. Maybe I can have some extra bullets in my clip? No. Fuck off.
Get out.
I reckon you give the silenced M4 25 bullets. Meet in between. Need something, mate. You can't just leave it dog shit for life.
Yeah, 25 puts it the same as FAMAS. And obviously, more damage as well.
Yeah. I think that would be reasonable.
Depends if they want to experiment with things. I don't think they're too asked about it. So I guess that buy round might be a testament that they need an actual AWP on Kenny, just to roam around or hold one of the angles with it.
Big boy A stack coming in, mate. Jack's left alone on B. And they've run it through the squeak, mate. Oh, JR smelt them. Body did get one though in the background. Surely you just sit there staring at that M4, but there we go.
It's pretty much guaranteed. Kenny just snatched it.
Oh, he's got it. He's whipped it away. He's got no armor though. It's not great.
Yeah. Jax has kept his smoke though. I mean, this is still potentially winnable.
Do they need to save a gun? I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but they will have one.
No. He just needs to. No, I was gonna say make good use of the smoke. It's an interesting one. He could jump up. Oh, that molly's still tagging him.
Oh. Oof.
Oh, he's scared. He's scared.
I wish I really knew what happened to Kenny Esther, but I have no idea. Shocks on the 1v2. Is he gonna roll back the years here?
Has a kit as well.
40
No
seconds
armor though.
all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Easy one tap, yeah. Tony
Crush has
Black,
got an
man.
August
Tony
over.
Black's
No, he's got
scared.
good timing on this. Tony's not watching flank, but does he clear the B? Oh, he's not going
fucked
to.
it, he's fucked it. He's
Yeah.
gonna walk up the box.
Let's see. Body's got money to drop Kenny up with armor. Is that gonna be the call? So they actually went for a timeout, I guess. I haven't got anything saying it's a timeout, but certainly feels like it.
Yeah, it's a timeout.
Oh, yours
I don't know
has
why
it.
it doesn't show up for you.
Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Pasha's officially now no longer under VP.
Released.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do with that then?
I don't know. He tweeted it's not GG, it's good half. So I imagine he's. I don't know.
Oh, good half.
I could see him imagine. I don't know. Like imagine him going back with Taz or something. That'd be hilarious.
Mm.
Just like what if they just went under a different org and they just started playing like gods again?
They remake
A-Rush.
VP.
Remake
A-Rush,
VP, but then they're just actually VP. You know.
but they're actually sick this time.
So the A-Rush strats come through. A bit of a gap on that smoke, but I don't think it's enough. Two smokes available. Got
3 men on the
goes
site,
in
mate.
main. Yeah, one has to go in main. Just that one from body. The other one from defuse.
Stinky flash, all of them blind on right.
Oh,
And
it's
get me out for the
taken away.
save.
Yeah, the saves. Wow.
It is max losing bonus, so 3 drops means another buy.
Terrorist timeout.
Yeah.
I guess this will be discussed. What guns did they actually have? Obviously, the new
Yeah.
Kenny was there with an AWP. You can assume double M4.
Oh yeah, my music kit's on. I'm not gonna lie, boys, I have no idea how the fuck that
Yeah.
turns off.
Duck Moriarty's trying to flame you about it, mate.
Doc Moriarty trying to flame anyone but scenes. I go my settings, can I? It's in your audio settings. MVP. That's it, right? Yeah, that's the only time he plays, I think.
I believe so.
You moany bastards. Well, the bomb timer stayed, man. I like the funky bomb timer.
Yeah, they usually just don't include it on other stuff because the HUD usually has something quite nice. How as with the regular HUD, we get nothing.
Yep.
They were planning to push B, but that smoke's coming down the molly. No smoke left on B.
Show that molly. Yeah, no.
Oh
Shocks
no!
got,
Shocks!
yeah, he
What?
got wrecked by everything. That molly,
He was fully-
flashbang,
oh,
guns.
what are they doing?
Take 50
What are they
damage
doing?
on the chin.
Oh, they're just sitting in mollies.
Oh, through the wall.
Through the wall?
Go on, Kenny, and another one. Oh, he's got him, but he's gonna get him. He's gonna get him. He's hiding the other side of the box, but he knows. He's shook. He's scared to death. He's scared to look. He's shook. And he's dead.
It's all unlucky there. The door's going to be open.
Oh, stay alive, drive. It's unlucky. Oh, just peek him. Peek him. No. He was planning open.
To be fair, do you remember that screenshot of JR? I think it was where his eyes are looking two different ways.
Oh yeah.
Or was it Hachi? It was one of them, wasn't
Why is
Yo,
he
when
gone
you
bog-eyed, man?
it? It was literally like when your IGL is checking radar and where you are his own screen.
Yeah. It was good.
Oh. Sam G2 fanboy. I got G2 going out, mate. I'm rooting for G2. I'm rooting for Kenny S and Shocks, mate. Trying digging out of this fucking hole.
I just whenever I see, I mostly feel bad for Kenny S because I feel like Kenny just kind of goes with the flow and just he's trying his best to play on the best team possible. I feel like Shocks kind of does it to himself sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole thing with his existence, wasn't it? Like he was just like, but I wanted to IGL, so Kev,
Yeah.
get out.
I like you, Kev.
We
Cheers
checked
on
up
that,
the
Kev.
distance. We're not going to let him call. We're not going to let him do any of the strats. And now you know what? Now you kicked.
What's that? You shit the game? Oh, alright, fucking didn't know that, like.
That was the mental bit as well, is because when we were doing Pro League that season, Ben, he was actually kind of banging. Like, that was the best existence had looked in ages. And it was just like, well, you probably shouldn't try and force him into a role where he has to shoot heads. I mean, that's not what he does.
And if your trade-off is putting Shocks in the IGL role and having
Yeah,
an
no,
existence
but-
for Fragger,
Yeah.
that's not really the trade. Yeah.
You two have got this backwards.
And for this round, I am going to give the call in the form of a poem.
We got mid.
There you go, Kenny. Get you one. Now he's using the big telescoper. That's what you like to see. He's upgraded from zoomer to telescope.
Oh,
Double upper, of course.
Sharp,
My
trying
favorite
to bait the
setup.
shot, though.
My favorite setup ever. Go up.
I reckon Kenny's going to swing up, just get his bean removed, mate.
I think
Oh,
pure
that makes
opping,
sense.
I think Kenny S might be the best, like most fun opera to watch.
Creepy
Like,
Kenny.
away-
Disagree?
Creepy
Agree?
Kenny. Yeah, best to watch, definitely. He's like the flashy opera.
Yeah.
Remember watching him back in, what's it called?
Aw.
The team that shut down. What kind of thing?
Titan.
Titan.
Just
Oh, don't worry, I
fucking
got
40
it.
bombing game after
I got
game.
spread wide by Kenny at my first ever international event. I was like statistically I was online as fuck. I was having a year, dude. Online as shit. First ever international event where we played versus Titan. It was when Kenny S. It was like 2014, 2015 Kenny S. And I just got like what happened to me probably should be illegal.
Mate, I even bought a
I think
Titan
that's
jersey.
what-
That's how good Kenny S was. Convinced me to buy a jersey, mate. Gone now, of course. Dead, gone.
Like while we were playing against Titan, Kenny S was like telling us that he would sign our stuff for us if we wanted after we were done, like that kind of shit.
That is banter as fuck. Drop in the.
He's
you want my
already in your head.
config, mate?
You know I'm fucking sick. I'll sign it after. Don't worry.
It was actually, but what was worse is like 50 had just retired and he was working for Twitch and he was at that event. And all he's like, don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Just whatever you do, don't peek Kenny. And as the offer, I'm like, oh, great. Like, what?
Fiffy living in your head as well. Just break.
Like you
Been
get
paid
like
off by
primed for
Kenny.
failure. You're literally just getting primed for
Whoa.
failure.
You're right,
Shots
fl0m.
is
Don't shit the
down.
bed, mate. Don't embarrass
Yeah,
yourself.
don't
Say
fuck
it.
up. Just don't peek him. You'll be fine.
Is this boosting event gonna pay off?
I don't know, but JR and Crush seem to see the summons up. They're not happy with the
Yeah, I
situation.
feel like they got the
Both just
they are
staring
literally
at it.
point blank with a telescope. Fucking Foley's. I wouldn't be surprised if
Oh.
he's. Oh,
Oh, the flash!
Is that some
Easy.
teamwork?
One flash, mate. That's what it can do. One flash, 2 kills. 2 kills, $200. That, mate.
That's an
Lucky's
envious
position, by
academy
the way.
jack.
Jesus, he was just crouched
Kenny has
perfect.
to shoot his teammate.
Why not?
Killed it, didn't he? Or did he
And then he
try to
shot
stamp the
again
wall
at
as
his
well?
teammate Falk. I think he was on edge.
I'm telling you, I think this is gonna be a nice little Kenny S day. I can feel it. You got the 4K. It's how it always works. You have a nice piss around as an
That was
operator.
Kenny's flash, by the way. I've just watched his
There you
enemy's
go.
flash thing go up to 15 of this map already.
It's the life of an opera,
Jesus.
dude.
You're only allowed to use the flashbangs.
That is outrageous.
No, opera. If you don't have a spawn, you're basically just running around trying to set up your rifles. So, because if they get in a good spot, you're in a good spot.
Oh, the double ops now. Lucky has one.
See if this pays off.
It's interesting seeing Shocks not take it off someone, I guess. Is it the same smoke take they did in that fast round before? Or is it just upper, highway, and white bug? Yeah. Oh, they landed one on top of the bomb site. I mean,
Not been practicing the lineups very much, have we, boys?
what is that for though?
I think that's just a BG, I think they call that, mate.
Because you're not blocking off. Like, I understand if it's slightly in the way of the upper peak to door, because then you can get out. But surely you're better off just smoking up.
Here they come, but the A creep. The contact
Shocks
A.
grenade.
Ah, he needed deep. Nothing. Oh, he's swanging. He's swanging. More flash stats for Kenny S, I think. See you through that flashbang.
Yeah,
It was
as well.
Kenny again, mate. No, the 2 flashes, Kenny.
That is pretty mental. 17, 1, 3, 1, 0.
T-Sed's been on the ball with that. But usually that's just off when you go up mid, how many flashes you just throw out.
Look at that T-side utility damage, but it's not looking good. 18 damage across all 5. 17 being on one guy.
Kenny's going B. Nobody's at B. Unlucky. Lucky's on his. Are they going to do that same take on the buy round? Although it's just 2 smokes coming from outside.
We go again.
I love this execute, man. And no, you love to see that.
Oof.
It's such a like fun way to hit a site. Even if it doesn't work, it's just fun to do as on the T side. It's an execute literally built entirely around just running over top of red together.
Yeah. We don't need to plant the bomb though, apparently.
Oh,
he's peeked at
Kenny
top of
S.
it.
It's a little rough when you're getting mullered 7 times and HE in the same spot.
Kenny S still got all his grenades. Let's go. Another molly, please, Jeff.
Yeah, but they're getting crushed right now. Yes, nailed it.
Oh, that flash. Flashed himself, but it's worked. Here come the nades. Oh, he shot Kenny S.
Kenny's tried to
It's
use all of
gone.
them.
It's all gone.
Yeah, Kenny just started throwing nades.
Oh, it's planted. It's not open. He's got a pick. Oh, he's got it. He's sticking it.
Sticking it.
Lanimal! Oh!
He came off as well. And he actually gets the up as well. Although G2, those rounds they won were so fucking clean. 4-4-5. They can probably buy out if they get a decent result on this one.
He probably wins that.
It'd be really close.
Yeah.
Can he picking towards A this time? Or is he just going to Oof.
God, man, watching Vega every time. It's just the most simple things, and it's just 2 kills instantly. You look away for a second.
15 seconds in the round.
So at this point, after Vici Fnatic, do I even, when somebody says, fl0m, what were your pick'ems, do I even respond anymore? Or do I just like
Great
act like I don't know what they're talking about?
Just say
no,
no.
Three,
Yeah,
NRG
do it this
3.
year, wouldn't me?
Didn't want to give money to Big Corp, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, weren't me. I don't do pick'ems.
He's
It's
taking a
okay.
while to die.
These I'm just gonna tell myself that these stages don't really matter that much, which is true. But
Yeah,
You see what just happened to Ken? Yes, man. Oh,
no,
I'd
that
be
wasn't the guy
furious.
jumping. Wasn't the guy that killed him.
Was it not?
No,
No.
Tony Black had AK.
Oh,
Hachi
okay.
killed him in the back. Yeah, it looked that way, but no, Hachi was further away.
I thought that was just a flying.
It
little
looked
hill.
like some CS:GO shit.
One more time up for the end of the half.
So is that now both teams use 2?
Yeah, I think so. Make the most.
JR looks like Jason R. That's high off years and years of methamphetamine. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
I love my shit. Sometimes you just see some gems like that.
Dog
So did you
shit
guys
fight.
just stay up the whole night, or wait? What time? No, it's like
No.
3 p.m. there. I'm fucking high.
I had to set an alarm to wake up at 11:30.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. That's so shit I am.
I set an alarm for 11:45 and then answered it, debated for 10 minutes.
Same.
Just like,
Ben
Mm.
came and woke me up. I stumbled onto my PC and now we're here.
Viewership's looking pretty good for group stages, man.
How many viewers you got?
400K almost.
Not bad. Is that across both then?
I mean, that's in the Go TV, so
Oh, yeah.
I would say like, I don't know, eight in the US. I mean, peak viewership on Twitch is in like 4 hours.
yeah.
That's pretty fucking good.
Banged out.
I would normally say you need to be careful about smoke fading.
Another one.
However,
Yeah, not anymore.
that's a line to get rid of.
Steam TV has 90K. I wonder what their
Jesus.
plan is for that.
Yeah. It just seems a bit weird. Like, obviously, it's nice to have your own .tv bit, but surely you trust the others. Lucky's still alive, yeah.
Oh my god! That was quite lucky. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop.
His body gonna get bodied.
At the body hit the floor.
Wow, dude, just getting crushed right there. Oh, right on top of his body. That's insane. All right, I'm actually done. I'll mute myself now.
We'll need a chopper
Jesus
to take
God,
him
God.
away.
21 flashes in the half, mate. You only start on that, is that right?
Jesus. To be fair, JR's got 17 as well.
Not 21, though, is it?
It's not 21.
I think this break is a great time to talk about how today is the last day you can use code fl0m for 30% off all G Fuel if you're feeling a little tired today.
You wake up early to watch those major games. Keep
Gotta
yourself
have
fueled.
G Fuel. Real talk, if this fucking break takes a little bit longer, I might go get some more.
Go for it, bud.
I think they have like an allocated minute, 2 minute timeout during the port, like half time.
Yeah.
A little bit of camera shots, a little bit of caster talk, and we're in.
Everyone has a wee, and we're sound.
Actually, not allowed to be.
No wees allowed.
Kenny has full nades, Jack's the same.
That's aggro, mate.
I'm gonna say,
Double
what is
HE
the
as
odds
well.
Vega go aggressive as anything?
And what's the odds they run into two big round
HEs.
blow-up balls?
2 circular grenades.
Those are the ones that do damage.
Let's see, what's the score on that other game?
What even is the other game?
5. Oh, it's End Spirit.
Alright.
Oh.
Oh shit, bit close, mate. Not so easy, friends, is it?
It's on Nuke, but Enter on T side and winning. So. So mainstream's on 106k English. B stream 64k.
I'm glad they're doing the 2 streams though. That's good.
Yeah.
Overall, the format is really good, I think, for this major.
Nobody
I don't
wants
see
a
too many
12-hour
downsides.
day, mate. Nobody wants that.
Shox has bought nades as well and dropped to P250.
Unfreeze,
Jesus.
here we go. Here we go. One more. One more. Drive? There he is. All I have funds in the chat, mate. No luck to be given. Where are these HEs going, but are they going to be quick? Are they going to wait until they spot someone? Spot. Contact A. Creeping through main. Here we go. Smokes are in. Flash is coming out. Yeet! Oh, 20 back. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
he
no,
gotta
when
dig
you
through
get
the
to
door.
dash through the fucking... Oh, that's emo.
Rough.
That's the worst. When you barely clip that head.
Still got the smoke, but how do you get onto that bomb site?
It's a kit, but it's not looking good, is it?
So, do you remember that Furia pistol that Sponge highlighted, where they kept on re-smoking the white box angle, like the close one onto sight, where all 5 players bought grenades, I think it was. So that's what G2 have just done, a slight variation of that. Because Kenny started smoke after the 2 smokes originally. He smoked front sight again, so there was another like 20 seconds after bombs. So that'd be interesting to see how that.
They
What if
didn't
they
really
use
do
that
anything with
again?
HEs, they just use them at different times.
Kenny needed quad and got an
Oh,
assist
did he? Okay.
off of it. Yeah. I don't know about the other ones, but what's the other one? The other one.
Full ego.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing or a bad thing that I'm starting a new YouTube series the day of the major. I feel like it could go really well or really bad.
There'll be a lot of people just watching
There's a
general
lot of active
content.
CSGO viewership, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, people always like the idea when you watch some competitive CS, you feel like you want to play some.
Yeah.
Carry on doing the same thing again. I like the Seco stack. Whichever bomb site they go to, we're just going to swarm out of the actual zone when we know. Body could be in a spot. Body was going to swarm him well enough. Shots. Two kills, not bad.
Is that real? They literally all spin down to exactly 0. Or is that the same game?
No. Oh god, they've all gone for pretty much the same buy. 5 orgs. Here we go.
Yeah, no. Literally all in. Every single player all in.
On the boosted quad. That's an annoying angle to die from. Such a slow default without really getting any map control.
Invent, is he? Yeah. Sandbags, gonna hit nothing. 800 quid.
Control.
Gone.
They just did a lot actually. All things considered. Jeez, gonna be a surprise.
Surprise! Oh, and he's just gonna burn.
Yeah,
I wonder where he is.
he needs a flash.
Oh!
Look at his out.
Line up though. Go on, Tawny.
Highway.
Oh, there he goes. I like you, Tawny, man.
So the Tiger slain. Oh, that Molly isn't covered at all.
Behind him as well.
Oh,
Shock's
that's
just
all
walking
JR.
at him, but. Oh god. I mean, Shock's is giving him a chance. Both gonna come from the same angle.
No kit, both low. Jax wins, right?
Yeah, I think so. They're walking really slow as well. They've literally gotta go straight to
I
the bottom
think
of this
you
point.
underestimate just how much he can fuck this up. Oh,
There we go, mate.
He had no idea. That
I
JR
blame
was
Sharks.
yeah, there it is.
I blame Shocks.
Just creep walking towards Van, popping one bullet at a time.
Oh
Mental!
my.
Come
Mental!
off it.
Point
Come off it.
4.
Come on, the Vega.
Need another fucking poem out of Sharks, man.
So I've got
Maybe
like
some
20
sort of
minutes
interpretive
before I
dance.
gotta get into fresh Uber hell. So what have I missed?
Uber help.
Fuck all,
Fucking
man.
A. Listen, Richard, just give me a percentage of what you make. I'll drive you back and forth sometimes, and I'll go back to the stream. I got you.
Give him a percentage of the YouTube money, mate. You'll get fuck all.
Yeah, I was gonna say like should
Could have 90% of the YouTube money if you want, mate. That'd be less than you.
yeah. There's the deal to be my personal chauffeur. 90% of all our YouTube money. Sweet
about
Bunny
100
Adams,
bucks?
as they say in the UK. So who's been playing well?
Kenny's been doing good. Body's been actually doing pretty good. Shocks is rough. He's been questionable. JR and Crush were just kind of like running around T-side, getting entries, fucking out the ass.
Is this Shocks in-game leader Shocks, or is this
Believe
Shocks
so.
hungover Shocks?
Who knows,
Could be
man?
both.
Maybe both, yeah. He looks like he's been in it there, except that last round. But I don't know. His CT side, he just wasn't getting really good fights overall. I'd say Vega was just doing what Vega does on their T sides and just causing fucking mayhem, basically.
This stack is unreal. Wait, they think.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
what are you doing, man? The fuck is that?
Why are you running?
Why? But why? You've literally heard nothing on E, and because B went silent for a second, well, they've obviously run away.
It's just one of those hits where, as a pro player, when you see like a hit being that drawn out and methodical, it sometimes can just feel like when you have a quick succession of nades, it feels like they're hitting you. You can tell, right? 2 nades come out instantly. There's 2 there or like 3 there. But when they're rotating through nades, it could just be 2 guys throwing a fake, and they just overthought it. That's all. It happens all the time.
Living in their
Doja
own
unveiled as new coach of Vega Squadron.
Use round, Nate.
If you all go A, chances they might be A, unless B. Thanks, coach.
Richard, but I love the guy though. I love the guy.
Yeah, I love him. Great guy. Big fan.
God damn.
Big fan. Yeah, this is classic first game of the day for Shock Syndrome. I'm sure he won't be like this for the rest of the tournament. Just takes him a while to fucking get jump started.
He's just ramping up.
Yeah. He needs Smiths there to give him a fucking back rub and a cup of coffee. And I make you your little eggy weggies, Richard.
I don't know what it is with Shocks, but I feel like he's. It's like one of those frustrating cases where you just know he could be one of the best players, like genuinely top 10 player in the world, and he just.
Yeah, dude,
Well,
I've said it before on the stream. Like, I've known Richard a long time because obviously he's a Source guy too, right? And when we were hanging out in Serbia in that clusterfuck event, Jackie was talking about right at the start of the stream. He was out there representing, I don't know, like Team France or whatever the fuck it was, and he was telling me that he's like, you know, my attitude is this, like, it means nothing to me if I'm remembered like individually as the greatest player at the end of my career. All I want to do is win trophies, but it must be with my friends, or it's all been for nothing. And he's like, he made it very clear that he's not interested in like conventional metrics of success. To him, so the example he gave me is, he said to finish top 4 in an event with his friends beats winning while playing with robots. And what he meant when he was talking about robots was NBK in particular. He doesn't get along with him, and it's a weird classification for me because I don't think there's anything particularly robotic about NBK. I think
he seems like a pretty emotional guy.
But that's shocks his perception, you know. But yeah, that's like, he's one of those guys who I don't even think he's gonna look back and think, you know, missed opportunities are a waste of my career or whatever. I think he's just gonna be like, you know what, I did it my way. And
I would say in a
really
way
matters.
that's actually great then, right? Like,
yeah,
sucks, you know, it's frustrating as somebody who think, you know, we all want him to basically be top 10 on the best team in the world, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that fucking matters. If you're happy with it, then fuck it.
Oh yeah, and undoubtedly, I mean, like, he hasn't compromised in any sort of conventional sense. I mean, every team he's been on, it's been abundantly clear that, you know, he's a star. He gets to behave how he wants. You know, like, I think going back to the envious days, we all know about his predilection for partying, late night, you know, drinking. I don't know if that's changed. I understand he's got like a steady relationship now, so I imagine he's probably calmed it down a little bit. Plus, he's getting older. You know, I mean, like, what is he, 27 now?
Yeah, I think most of the French guys. No, I think he might be older, right? Because I think MBK is
Smith's was pushing 30, and if I remember, Shocks is.
I'm like using my own. I'm turning 27 this year, and I'm pretty sure he's 2 years. He might be turning 29 or 28.
Wow.
Because I think he's older than me.
There you go. People
Shocks
saying
is 26.
26.
Okay, so
there you go.
okay.
I thought he was a similar age to you.
Okay.
But yeah, it's you know, but like, he's getting older, and you know.
Do you see that? What the fuck is a Shocks molly?
We've seen that before, isn't it? It's a sandbags molly, but just intricate as fuck for no reason.
There's literally a standing one.
Yeah, I don't know, Kev. I think that's just the one he learned. I like this one.
I'll be honest, I can't really throw shade. I do the running window smoke on Mirage that flushed it through one time. I do that. Like, it's just, I don't know. I guess I can't really judge. I do the same shit on Mirage.
But yeah, so I think it's like you say. I think there's a victory. Like, if he's happy with everything he's done and all, I think like Shocks is the kind of guy who, like, he just wants a bunch of cool stories to tell people in like 10 years time, and then he'll move on to something else. Because he's a super interesting cat, you know. Like, he writes fucking poetry and he like paints. You know, he's very typically French in that sense.
Well, see, that was the thing, literally, when we were at that Serbia event. So I remember we sat in the bar, and when we were talking about CS, and that was the thing he seemed way more passionate about when he was talking to us. He was like, no, I like to write poems.
Yeah.
Like, he's, you know, he loves that sort of stuff. He's a very different character.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, like, because he used to get labeled as a himbo You know, like there was nothing upstairs, right? Like he was just a good-looking French
Mm.
dude, and he was obviously, you know, people used to say he was stupid, but I don't think that's true. From knowing him for a few years, I think he's just very reserved in what he says. Like he doesn't always feel like the need to like espouse an opinion on stuff. So he's like a really interesting dude. Like when you get to know him, yeah, he's got a lot of strings to his bow. But I think he views Counter-Strike as like, I'm good at it, I'm gifted at it, but it would suddenly become very unfun if I started trying too hard. And yeah, he just wants to play with friends and see how far that can take him. And to outsiders, sure, maybe a waste. To him, it's the only thing that makes sense.
It's also kind of a hard one as well because the French scene is very similar to the UK scene in that sense, where it's like
And the US scene and a lot.
You-
Well, the US
yeah.
is a bit, but
you need friends because some teams just do not work. You can put the best 5 players from any of those scenes together and just be like, just go at it. But the most likely thing is they'll just have a breakdown, they'll all just moan at each other, someone's going to hate someone, and they'll go through just trying to work out who the problem is and kicking it.
you get a nice little twit longer. Yeah.
Yeah,
The classic twit longer.
they say nothing
Classic.
to you at the event, and then they've left.
And they
you
drop
get
like
home.
a fucking, once again, another dissertation. Yeah.
It's just shit like that.
I think the
Um,
US scene's actually come a long way on that because I feel like that's how it used to be 3 years ago in the US scene. Like 2
Yeah.
years ago, especially, it was really bad. And then it kind of had this. I think when the Brazilians came over and then Europeans started playing here more, it started making some of the US players like just realize that you just can't really carry on that attitude, really.
Well, I hate to say it, but you know, I think a part of it is like the iBuy power bans. I think removed a big gatekeeping element in the NA scene that started to suddenly enable like a wider range of players to start playing with top level pros and developing their skills. You know, like how I remember back in the day when the netcode guides thing was. You pretty much had to go kiss the ring of those dudes and
Casey Foster here from Netcode Illuminati.
yeah, exactly. The netcode Illuminati. And if you didn't, if you weren't willing to sort of bow and scrape and prove yourself to them, you didn't really get chances. And they controlled all the sponsorships in NA at that time. One of the knock-on effects I think of the iBuy power ban was it did create a bit of a vacuum. And there were people quick to fill it. That and just the natural passage of time. There was a lot of old timers that were clinging on. Like Mo will probably be coming on the stream at some point. I think he was one of those guys. Like Mo was occupying a space in some lineups and teams that he realistically couldn't hold on to anymore. But name recognition, big stream, big personality, big presence, great history. I think he was given opportunities that could have gone to other players. And yeah, and then. Once that started to take hold, you know, NA's produced some unreal talent. It's not just Stewie 2K. I mean, I think Breezy's fucking out of this world.
Breezy's really good. Yeah.
Like straight up, man. I mean, like you just have to look at what that NRG team's achieved, right? And yeah,
That's the thing I've been thinking about with it though, like across the board with CS, because even that was like with America, how they kind of lost the old guard, but they lost a sort of a couple of key IGLs at that point, right? We've seen the raise of talent that is absolutely unreal in terms of fragging capability, but it feels like we're getting less and less IGLs and less actual respect or anyone really caring about IGLs as well, which is like a super big issue because at some point we're going to need people to fill those roles.
NA definitely has a lack of good in-game leaders right now, I think. I don't know if that's a trend across the board, but it definitely feels like an issue in NA. You know, you think about some of the great in-game leaders, man, like, if we could roll back the clock and get a slightly younger Sean Gez, you know, working with some of these players, like, you know, the outcome for that would be fucking terrifying.
Because that's the weird thing. It is like the sort of passage of the torch, right? It used to be the person that was kind of the IGL and captain had a big say in the team, and that was sort of how it always was. These days, it's literally, who is the superstar? You're the person with all the stock for this roster. And that's why it's kind of sort of bred into it more as well, because IGLs just don't really have much of a say, so they're just being forced out.
Yeah, the star player controls the roster these days. Like, no doubt about it. You only have to look at, like, Nico, right?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Nico instantly comes to mind for that.
Yeah. It's like...
It's like that in some sports. It depends. Like I think that happens in basketball a lot. because it's more individually based than like other sports are. It just kind of depends.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you get these weird situations where sometimes the person who you think controls the locker room actually doesn't. And then and then sometimes it's like the manager and the captain are aligned, and sometimes the star player sort of calls the shots. You know, you think about like guys like LeBron James, right? I mean, you know, LeBron gets what he wants wherever he goes.
The coach.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's in. You build a franchise around him, even if you have to change bigger parts than a player. And you know, I always think back to the Lakers when you had all those personalities on one team. You know, if Kobe hadn't have been so goddamn good, you wouldn't have made Shaq and Kobe work. It wouldn't have been worthwhile. But yeah, I think in CS, like right now, it definitely feels like with all this like VC money flying around and all this investment, I think people really value the star player more because of like what it gives you in terms of brand recognition. And it's like an IGL with a good system will build you a team 1 year from now, right? Like, you know, you'll end up with an NRG where you have slow, steady progress for 12 months, 18 months. It's not very lucrative. It's not very like, you know, you can't pitch to a sponsor like, oh, hey, we got the #1 fucking player in the world with like 500,000 Twitter followers and blah, blah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like social media presence on these players is a big deal. I mean, we had that going back in League, of course. I remember when I think it was one of the sponsors that went for Origin, like Xpecky's team, or it might have been before that. But basically, like the deck that went around didn't talk about like the reality, which was Xpecky was sort of washed up by that point. But it just said like this is the League of Legends player with the most, you know, the highest social media following, and everyone was like, "Oh, great, yeah, brilliant." Can he play? No one cares. No one asks that question.
This game's been a mess, mate. G2 just missed the fucking mid smoke again. Crush
I was gonna
got
say, did you see
3k
shots
last
from
round
the
to hold the fucking site down. What the fuck is happening?
Well, this is the quintessential Vega and G2 performance, right? Vega are back and forth, just running around CIS, right? And then obviously G2 have got no structure or cohesion because love him, Shocks is many things: a poet, a lover, a fighter, a painter, right?
He does it all.
He does it all, but he
Oh, dude, I
can't
love
fucking
this top
in-game
highway
lead.
pop.
The one thing he doesn't do is kryptonite.
Yeah, G2 didn't even have any smokes there, and I think Vega threw that smoke from, so they're fucking lucky in there.
Bomb needs to get across though.
Gone.
Shocks has taken the fight for whatever.
Oh, I thought he was going to hit that flick.
They seem to be ingrained into this, like, after a minute we'll do what the end goal is sort of thing. Like for G2's default right now.
Stuck in the Na'Vi strategy, basically, mate. Execute with 20 seconds left.
Mate, the flip side games that I've sat through. Fuck me, that was not acceptable. Just fucking blades. Right, wait until 5 seconds. No, the longest games. No action.
What do you think now after Psalm's kind of proved himself a little bit? You know, it's like it's one event. I'm not gonna like. I think he's a good player.
Psalm?
Yeah. But what would you feel like if truly Tarek went like to complexity with Psalm?
Think that'd be a great move for them. Definitely.
What do you
in the right
like
direction.
Stanislaw, like Shazam, Tarek, Psalm, and then who am I missing? Who am I missing?
Well, nothing's on the team, right? And
Yeah.
you'd drop Ricky for sure because Ricky's
The
gone.
UK player that everyone forgets.
Yeah, you drop. Yeah. Oh yeah, obviously you've got
Yeah.
Def. There we go. Fucking Def.
Yeah.
Well, Def's like a rock. Like he's like one of those players where he's nice to have on the team because he can kind of just put him anywhere and he does what he needs to do.
A lot of that is that he did literally do everything for them.
There's got to be something up with Sam though, Eric, dude. There's got to be something wrong with him, brother, because this, like, seriously, there's got to be something because this kid's fucking sick at the game, right? Like, he has all these.
He has to have a
fucking
negative
clips all the time. Yeah, like he's got 78,000 fucking Twitch followers. Like, he's got a pretty big stream. you know, he seems personable enough. There's got to be something in there that I don't know what it is, because the fact that I've said this before, the fact this kid hasn't been given a shot, like there's something up there. There has to be.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
can I can give you a little bit. I mean, just
Yeah.
because at the end of the day he wasn't old enough to play on the MDL teams in the
Right.
meantime, so he giving him a shot straight to pro is a pretty big leap, considering, you know, like even Stewie, even though everybody likes to forget it and they always just say FPL or 10 man's brought him there, he was playing on Splice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
playing an MDL. And all that
Everyone
kind of
forgets
shit.
Splice. Even the fucking owners of Splice forget Splice.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like there
Yeah.
was like that pathway where Sam, because, you know, and also Stu was able to do that before they brought in the laws or whatever, and they like, you know, they're like, oh fuck, child labor laws, can't have these guys playing anymore. And you know, so Sam didn't get to play on any MDL teams. He has no league experience essentially until last year, where he played with OGC. And I don't think he knew what he wanted until recently. You know what I mean? I think Sam was in I don't know if I want to be a streamer or if I want to be on the best team possible or like compete at the highest level until recently. I think he knows what he wants now, which is to compete. I think there was like a little period there where when he was on Complexity and he was like on that roster as a streamer and all that kind of shit, I just don't know if he knew what he wanted yet. And I think the other thing is just maturity overall. I think Sam is gotten a lot better. I think he's leaps and bounds where he was maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. When he was on OGC and he was streaming those matches, I don't think he was quite ready yet. But
Yeah.
like seeing him when he stopped streaming a little bit and kept playing FPL, and he's just been, you can tell he wants it. You know what I mean? I think he just figured out what he wanted. He's ready to fucking go, and he's showing everybody what he can do. And he's still a troll. Like he's still got, you know, he's still got the troll aspect, but that's fine. It's not translating any way to his in-game performance, which I think is really all that matters. In fact, in a lot of ways, his personality probably is great to have in a team environment, because he's so like, you don't want somebody that is almost too serious in the sense that they can keep it in check and they can keep everybody up emotionally that way.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I'm trying to think of a good fit for him. You know, I don't know if maybe Stanislaw is the right fit in terms of in-game leader and mentoring. I would kind of, you know, like that's why I think nothing still being on the roster would be good. You know,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, nothing's gone that route before.
Yeah, exactly. Jordan's been where Som is.
Been where he is. He's had Stewie. He's had Shroud. He's had.
Yeah.
He knows, like, at least in some way, of like how to calm them down, how to interact with them, how to deal with them. And I'd say, like, especially Shroud and Stewie are very different personalities. So he's kind of dealt with the full spectrum.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I think Som's the kind of guy who, like, you know, I'm not again, this is like just a gut feeling, but I think you'd have respect for somebody like Nothing, like say over perhaps somebody who's a little bit more fresh faced, doesn't have that big name recognition. Like Som's obviously got an opinion of himself that he's good enough. I'm not saying he has like an ego, but you have to have a certain
Oh, you
amount
have
of
to
ego,
have,
right?
no, you have to have confidence. Everybody has an ego that plays CS. Some just hide it better than others, and some know how to manage it like publicly better than others, all that kind of shit. Or like with teammates, that's a whole nother aspect in itself. It's fine having an ego. It's another thing when you let your ego affect your teammates or play a part in a bigger way than just yourself in your own game.
Yeah, and I think like, you know, Nothing proved he can still hang. I mean, I think at that iPad Power event, I don't think his stats were too great, but yeah, like Nothing is actually probably grinding more now than he was sort of towards the end of his time in Cloud9. Like I think he wants to prove that he can get onto another team and get them to a competitive place, just to show that he can still be part of something like that. So yeah, I think Som having Nothing as a kind of big brother him would be really exciting, and good in-game leader in the form of Stanislaw. I definitely think Shazam's good enough to still be their AWPer. So yeah, I think the Complexity need to make moves. Like the Ricky one was the strange one for me, dude. Like
yeah, I felt like a lateral move overall. I think it's not that Ricky's bad. I just think that Ye and Android were showing that maybe they're not like incredible players yet, but they at the major at least, when they were being really successful, they were playing really well. After the major, they were both a little lackluster, so I get it, but overall it wasn't, I don't know. But it's always hard to know the team dynamic of shit.
I don't know.
So
I don't know, maybe I
apparently,
lost that
Sam,
earlier.
Yeah,
my
I've taken
mic
up,
is
I got it.
yeah, thanks. I'm
Oh, is
not
it
gonna
doing
panic.
it
I'm gonna
again?
bail in a minute. No, it was me just being quieter than everybody else apparently because obviously we're on Sam's thing.
I gotcha.
But yeah, like I hope Complexity can sort of throw a good roster together. They've been like shit. Jason was in town last night. I couldn't fucking meet him because I had to prep for the show. But and obviously get up super early to start this. But yeah, I think it's good they're finally showing a willingness to kind of like move away from this. Hey, let's develop talent angle. It's like it's a great idea in theory, but trying to develop like 3 or 4 bits of talent all at once on one roster is like it's a fool's errand, man. It's not going to happen. Like 1 or 2, fine. And I think Som's your boy for that. I think he's an exciting talent for sure. I like the kid as well. I like the kid. I mean, like he's my kind of personality. Like back when I was a manager,
He's a goofball.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of guy that you always want one wild card on the team. Like someone who's just going to do something stupid and break tension up. And we had
that.
we had Hud's G back in the day. Classically, he was like eccentric. Back when I used to manage teams like Hud's and Henry.
Hud's G.
But yeah, expanding on Psalm a little bit too. Actually, we almost, since Adren went to Liquid, we were talking with, in my chat was asking me if we were going to pick him up, and I was saying, yeah, because we actually almost picked up Psalm. It was Psalm or Lasky because of what I saw with Psalm and what I felt like his overall attitude was towards the game. Like, I actually felt like he made that transition where he wanted to play pro. So when it came down to picking Lasky or Psalm, I figured Lasky would be sticking. I think Lasky wants to be more of a streamer, and then Psalm wanted to. He was finally making that push that he wants to go pro. So I didn't think he'd stick around. So that was where I got that feeling anyway. Yeah. And I think that's proven to be true with the IEM Sydney thing. He's with Swole Patrol doing that thing, and I think he's looking to keep expanding off of that performance.
It'd be weird to see how that Soul Patrol stuff plays out, though, considering they just took 3 of the players.
I just feel so bad for Brax because it's gonna be the same story. He's always gonna be a stepping stone, and I think his only real home will ever be Ghost. That is it. That is the only org so far that has basically shown that they are willing to accept their like loss of participation in certain tournaments like the major.
Steel have had a breakdown in the relationship. I think.
I get that. I mean, they probably have, but at the same time, I think that for the long haul, for a place that Brax can truly play and develop and have an actual team, Ghost is the only option. Or he has to somehow convince another org to do what Ghost has done, and I think that's really tough. I think you're more likely to make up with Steel and join Ghost at some point than you are make it convincing an org to basically not have any chance at a major.
I think you're right. I just think at this point it's kind of like I don't think they can reconcile because, like when you think about how hard fucking Josh works, it's insane. I mean, like the amount of work and prep he puts in.
Well, you mean taking one of the worst teams in Pro League and having them to be the first one to qualify for the LAN event the next season? That's 3 months. You turned around an entire roster and organization. I don't think any player's ever done that. Too bad nobody knows because it was all on Facebook. Mega fuck. But yeah, I mean, he literally turned down like a fucking burning ship. Nobody really, like I said, I think some people that truly follow Counter-Strike in the scene understand what he's done, but I think if you're just like you watch the pro matches when you see them on, you have no idea what Steel's done. It's like actually insane.
Yeah, but I mean, it really is like proof that I think he's still probably, if he wasn't
the best
banned,
IGL on the day.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he's and like he's still trying to push Ghost to the next level. Like we had a conversation the other day. I think he's like eyeing up some sports psychologist options. He wanted me to connect him with some, sports psychologists to maybe help get some of the more inexperienced guys to have a little bit of mental resilience. So, he's like still wanting that, man. And it's like, I just don't think Brax's drive or hunger is sort of there anymore. I think
it's hard to tell with Brax because I think his personality is just naturally more laid back, right? So like, and he's not typically, I mean, he's actually IGL'd before, but I just think his personality, that even if he is, it's hard to ever see that without him having an opportunity on one of those teams, if that makes sense. Because I think in a lot of ways, I think he is still hungry for it. Otherwise, he wouldn't even be trying at this point, I don't think.
I think he's keeping his hand in for those kind of like just little opportunities, like you know, he got flown out to Dubai or wherever the fuck it was to
Lisbon.
teach.
The
To teach that dude how to fucking play.
Oh shit!
know that-
Yeah. What's his name? Motar.
Yeah,
Motar.
Motar.
That's the guy.
And I think it's more for like moments like that. I mean, I think if his competitive drive was there, I don't think Steele would have been so critical of him so publicly. I mean, that's the key thing with Josh. Like, as long as you give a fuck and you listen, he's pretty loyal to his guys, you know. But for him to get exasperated with somebody, it's usually a really bad sign.
I think as somebody that basically after his ban, he actually coached me when I was on Luminosity. We had Dazed and Steel, and actually having them both as a coach and seeing how they both, it's very interesting how they, when you have that kind of dynamic, because you truly get to see how differently they approach the game. And Steel really blew me away, honestly. Like, Daze was good. Daze was a good coach. Like, it wasn't bad by any means, but the preparation and how good Steel was, it made us feel, it actually almost was a bad thing because we felt so fucking dumb. Like, when we played, we actually were starting to lose confidence, because imagine having a playbook and Steel literally basically tells you every fucking round that the team is going to run, and you still can't beat it. I mean, he actually called the first 10 rounds of their CT side setup perfectly.
Yeah, he did that when he came on the stream for the last major. Like, it was unreal. It was like some Tony Romo shit. This guy literally said, and now this is going to happen, and it did. And now this is going to happen, and it did. And it's like, the level of understanding he has it's insane. It's insane. I mean, like, it's as good as anyone I've ever seen in NA. Like, no doubt about it. And like you say, you know, it's real good of Ghost to sort of give him the support and take that chance, because, you know, I could see Ghost having some good placements in 2019.
Absolutely. I mean, I think for Ghost, I think they understood, right? They're kind of like in the, maybe not, no, not like, they were just bottom, you know, and this really brought them onto the stage. It was just kind of unfortunate, like I said, that it was the first year that they had the Facebook exclusive deal. Holy fuck.
Bang.
This match was a clusterfuck.
Bang.
Yeah, what an absolute nightmare.
It was one of those matches where, like, watching it was
10 kill
like...
Tony, mate. And he got 2 Ks in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, he's garbage. That's Quebecan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to change his name.
Now, mate.
Yeah, make him sound all fucking gangster and shit with his Tony Black, and he can't frag to save his fucking life. Can't hit a cow's ass with a banjo.
I think your Uber's here, Richard. I think your Uber's here.
Yeah.
Great guy, by the way.
Yeah, great. I do love him, though. Great guy. Really cool dude. Him and Doja, we go back. Anyway, so this is me bailing now, guys. So I'll be back when I've finished recording. Appreciate you taking over the stream, Sam. Eric, obviously, thanks for coming by. I hope you'll do it over the course of the major. And
yeah, I'm down.
You know, yeah. Like I say, we're playing it by ear for the first few days. It's usually a shit show, but then there'll be, like, you know, just loads of people coming in. So if you've got any person you'd like to sort of talk about,
I think James and DDK might want to hop in here at some point. I tweeted them originally, and they both said that they were down. So I might get them all scheduled up for us.
Absolutely, more than welcome. And yeah, appreciate it. And obviously, Jackie, Ben, great to catch up with you again. We're gonna get Jackie out of that shed. Keep the stream going.
Jackie.
Pray for Jackie.
He gets no money whatsoever. We'll get him out of the shed ASAP, guys. 100%.
Let's do it, boys.
But I'll be, like I said, I'll be back in hopefully, like, I don't know, 3-4 hours. So if the games are still going, I'll hop back on.